You know, the thing I love about it is he loves what he do.
My dog, man, he hook it up every time.
Yeah, you hear him talking about his kids. He talks about his daughters all the time.
I pledge that Brownie Blendz is the best barber in the Bay Area. Easy.
They say if you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you play good. When it comes to Bay Area athletes, many turn to one guy to help them look good.
Brownie Blendz.
Oakland's Lionel Harris has reached a coveted level. Some of the biggest sports stars in the Bay Area make him a staple in their routine.
Yeah, haircut is really important to us. It's like shoes on our feet. You know what I mean? Since a young age, who got a fresh haircut, who got a fresh pair of shoes on.
Everybody want somebody who can cut good, know what they doing.
Somebody that can, you know what I'm saying, bring the best out of you as far as looks. It's like that easy. You feel me? But yeah, man, a good cut, you know what I'm saying? It'll take you a long way.
So it's good to finally find a barber in the Bay that you can really depend on, on a day in, day out basis and, not worry about looking back.
And when the barber starts talking to you about like, I was watching the game and I saw your line when you shoot your free throw. If HD show everything, I think we can switch this up, or I think this will look good. When they pay attention to their craft, you start seeing stuff like that, you get an appreciation for what they do.
Oh, man, he comes out to fix it.
Image consultant. Right. That goes along with it.
That quality cut, man, is all that's what you need to get your day, get your week flowing right.
Brownie Blendz didn't start at the top, but on the porch in East Oakland.
Man, I know Brownie just kind of showed up. You know what I'm saying? I met him through my younger brother, Phil, and when I started cutting the hair a little bit, then him and a couple other people who lived in a neighborhood came through, used to cut them up. Honestly, I got my inspiration from cutting hair right here. I used to like getting my hair cut, so much. This was right around the time where they signed a record deal, and they was real hot at the time, so he was doing a lot of sticky moves, so them haircuts was far and few in between. I do remember one time, because I used to have a lot going on, and you probably don't even remember. I couldn't finish your hair one time. I couldn't finish it.
We were sitting in the chair in the living room. I remember that.
I just had to stop. It was time to bounce, and I don't know. And and when he was younger, he had the same size eyes when he was younger. So when I stopped cutting him, that boy was like, so what's going on, man? I'm like, man, you can take these hot clippers and and do whatever.
50,000 barbers. I'm blessed enough to do this. I'm doing it right here. Y'all look good.
His talent is one thing, but Harris got this coveted role for his intangibles: trustworthiness, professionalism, relatability. He makes late night house calls, travels to commercial shoots, gets exclusive access behind the curtain.
If you got him in the locker room, you asking for autographs, you asking for pictures, you acting like a fan and not like a professional, that'll get you kicked out the locker room real quick.
It wasn't never a real starstruck situation. It was kind of like, we men, and they respected that.
Most barbers like being out and out front. Like, they try to use you to make a celebrity of their own that has nothing to do with cutting hair. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that once somebody invites you over to their house, it's more of a trust thing because they trust you around their family. They're showing you where they stay at. They're having a conversation, which is more than just cutting hair. We actually having real life conversation on how to build in life. And I think that's what you get when you got Brownie cutting your hair.
Anytime he mentions myself or he mentions Draymond, it's always centered around his craft. Like, I love what I do because, it takes me places I've never been. That's why I work so hard. He ain't saying, look, I'm courtside at the game and I'm stunned on these people. He's saying, man, my craft brought me here. I worked hard. This is what got me here. Those are two very different images of how someone portrays himself. So, you always respect that.
Even though he cut the people that he cut, man, he treats you like family, and he treats you like, you know what I'm saying? Like you would want to be treated if you was getting cut by somebody that was talented as he is.
So my wife was like, how much you pay for a haircut? And I tell her, she'd be like, how do you pay that much for a haircut? I'm like, listen, do you know how hard it is to find somebody who can actually cut hair, respectable, good person, you know, be on time, you know, understand what you're going through and work hard and handle your business the right way? That's really hard to find. So it ain't even really the price. I'm just letting them know I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So all that goes into play.
Harris's work is more than just cosmetic. It is a matter of comfort. Athletes find a sense of home in a haircut, an ounce of normalcy in their crazy lives. In this way, Harris is part of a long tradition, even if in a new era.
The barber, I'm always held a high place in the black community.
You know, barbershops, you know, that's like they say, that's like a black man's country club. It's like the hangout spot, you know, coming up.
It was like the place where everybody went to. Everyone connected. You know, it's like everyone respected. Like, okay, you come in here, you know, no fighting. You know, we gonna argue, we gonna laugh. But, you know, this is our time to really connect.
And it was a place where people could get away from whatever they got away from and then come out there looking good, feeling like they got transformed. You know what I mean? So the black barbershop, I think, represents transformation. It represents community. And I think any individual involved in that individual represents that as well.
I grew up going to Hamilton's Barbershop in East Oakland, and a lot of, if you look at the way, you know, we run KJ's Barbershop, but we got a lot of similarities to Hamilton's. I got a lot of good qualities, a lot of things rubbed off for me going to their barbershops growing up.
What other place was that? What was like community really to come together when it wasn't a crisis or it wasn't something we had to fight for?
Part of me likes that, just to be supporting my people.
Many cut hair, but not many get this position. Not many get these perks or this kind of access. And they certainly don't get the big bucks that Brownie Blendz makes.
Man.